Hello students, in this video I am going to explain what is metal finishing and technological importance of metal finishing, the process of electroplating and principles governing electroplating like polarization, overpotential and decomposition voltage. Applications of metallic and non-metallic materials depend on their surface properties. A wide range of materials used in day-to-day life have their surfaces modified by metal finishing techniques. So, what is metal finishing? Metal finishing is the name given to a wide range of processes employed to modify the surface properties of a metal. The metal finishing techniques involve deposition of a layer of another metal or a polymer over the base metal, or conversion of surface layer of atoms into oxide film or any other inorganic compound. By this technique, materials or metals with the desired surface properties can be obtained at lower cost. The most commonly used techniques in metal finishing are electroplating, electroless plating, chemical conversion coating. Electrochemical polishing, electroforming and electrochemical etching are the other simple techniques used in metal finishing. We know metal finishing is the name given to various processes which are used to modify the surface properties of a metal. We will see some of the important areas where the techniques of metal finishing are used. The first one is to offer corrosion resistance. The corrosion of metals can be prevented by coating with some other metal. For example, when iron is coated with zinc or tin, the corrosion of iron can be prevented. The second technological importance is to impart abrasion and wear resistance. When metals are put into rough use, it gets damaged easily. In this case, if we deposit a layer of hard metal over the surface, it will provide abrasion and wear resistance to the metal. Third one is to provide electrical and thermal conducting surface. Some of the materials are non-conductors of heat and electricity. In such cases, by depositing a layer of conducting metal over the non-conducting material, the electrical and thermal conductivity of the surface can be increased. Fourth one is to impart thermal resistance. Some of the metals are sensitive to heat. In that case, deposition of a layer of strong metal provides thermal resistance to that metal. Fifth one is to offer optical reflectivity to the surface, that means brightness. Surface of some metals are dull in nature and they do not reflect the incident light. In order to give brightness to the surface, it can be coated with a metal which is having lustrous property. Metal finishing techniques are also used in the manufacture of electrical and electronic components like printed circuit boards, capacitors and contacts. Metal finishing techniques finds applications in electroforming, that means manufacturing metal articles entirely by electroplating. And it is also used in electrotyping and to build up material or restoration. It is also used in electrochemical machining, polishing and etching, and to provide beautiful look to the article. Electroplating is the deposition of a metal over the surface of another metal, alloy or any conducting material by passing direct current through an electrolyte solution containing the metal ions to be deposited. Electroplating device is an electrolytic cell in which two electrodes, anode and cathode, are dipped in an electrolyte solution. The essential components of electroplating cell are like this: an electroplating bath, which contains a conducting salt and the metal to be plated in a solution form, as well as buffer and other additives. Then it consists of conducting cathode, that is the article to be plated. Then electronically conducting anode, the coating metal itself or an inert material of good electrical conductivity like graphite is taken as anode. An inert vessel to contain anode, cathode and electrolyte solution. It is made up of either rubber lined steel, plastic, concrete or wood. Electroplating device consists of DC power supply. Here, article to be plated is connected to the negative terminal of the DC power supply, and the coating metal or a inert electrode, that is taken as anode, is connected to the positive terminal of the DC power supply. When a direct current is passed through an electrolyte solution, the chemical changes that takes place in the cell are as follows. The metal ions which moves towards cathode. At the cathode, metal ions are reduced to metal atoms and they get deposited over it. This process of deposition of metal on the cathodic surface is called as electroplating. Because of this, concentration of cations, that is metal ions, decreases in the bulk of the solution. The cathodic reaction is the reduction of metal ions to form metal atoms. Metal atoms deposits on the surface of the cathode. Because of this, metal ion concentration in the solution decreases. If the anode is made up of coating metal, then metal undergoes oxidation, giving metal ions. Metal ions moves to the solution and this liberation of electrons also takes place. Due to dissolution of the metal as metal ions into the solution, the size of or the thickness of anode gradually decreases and hence it has to be replaced periodically to continue the electrolysis. Here we can see anodic reaction is the oxidation of metal to give metal ions. Metal ions formed moves into the solution. So here there is no need to add metal salt from outside during electroplating process. Here anode itself supplies metal ions and these metal ions undergoes reduction and get deposits on the surface of cathode. In case of inert anode like graphite, the chemicals present in the electrolytic solution undergoes oxidation on the surface of anode and anode itself will not react. Hence electrolyte should be added or the metal salt solution should be added from outside to maintain the metal ion concentration and thereby to continue the electrolysis. For example, in case of electroplating of copper, the coating metal copper itself made as anode and some other metal which has to be coated with copper is taken as cathode. Here oxidation of copper takes place, forming Co plus 2 ions which dissolves in the solution, and here Co plus 2 ions deposits on the surface of cathode after undergoing reduction. So Co plus 2 ions gets electrons on the surface of cathode and undergoes reduction and gets deposited on the surface of cathode. Here copper sulfate solution is used as electrolyte. Copper sulfate ionizes to give Cu plus 2 ions and sulfate ions. On passing current, Cu plus 2 ions migrate to the cathode and get deposited there. At the anode, copper enters into the solution as Co plus 2 ions. So in this case, Co plus 2 ions are continuously supplied from anode. So there is a continuous replenishment of electrolyte during the electrolysis. No need to add copper sulfate solution during electroplating process. Here anode itself supplies metal ions for the deposition process. The process of electroplating involves electrolysis. The three important factors that governs the process of electrolysis are polarization, decomposition potential, and over voltage. First of all, we will see what is polarization. Polarization is defined as a process where there is a variation in electrode potential due to insufficient supply of species from bulk of the solution to the electrode surface. During electroplating, when current is passed through the electrolyte, the metal ion concentration near the electrode surface decreases because of the reduction of some of the metal ions to metal atoms. So metal ions are reduced to metal atoms because of the passage of the current. To maintain same metal ion concentration near the electrode surface, metal ions from bulk of the solution diffuse towards the electrode. If the diffusion is slow, then concentration of metal ions at the electrode surface decreases. This leads to decrease in potential of the electrode according to the Nernst equation. So here, as the concentration of metal ion decreases, there will be a decrease in electrode potential. If the electrode potential changes, then in such situation, the electrode is said to be polarized. The polarized electrode requires more potential in order to maintain the given current. The effect of polarization can be minimized by stirring the electrolyte continuously, using electrodes of larger surface area and electrolyte of higher conductivity. Here, if we stir the electrolyte continuously, then there will be a quick movement of ions towards the electrode surface, and if electrodes are having larger surface area, then metal ions takes lesser time to move towards the electrode, and electrolyte having higher conductivity conducts the metal ion quickly. So by using electrodes having larger surface area and electrolyte of higher conductivity, and by stirring the electrolyte continuously, we can minimize the effect of polarization. In an electrolytic cell, the reactions that occur during electroplating of metal are like this. Cations are attracted towards cathode when direct current is applied between the two electrodes, and anions are attracted towards anode. Metal ions are reduced to metal atoms at the surface of cathode. Anions are oxidized at the surface of the anode. So each of these steps has its own potential. Electroplating of metal occurs smoothly and continuously when the applied potential is greater than the potential of these steps. If a small voltage is applied between two platinum electrodes which are immersed in dilute acids or bases in an electrolytic cell, no reaction takes place at low voltage, and on increasing the voltage slightly above, for example 1.7 volt, a sudden evaluation of hydrogen and oxygen at the electrode takes place. This is accompanied by an abrupt increase in the current. So here at low voltage no reaction taking place, but on increasing the voltage above certain value there is a abrupt increase in the current and evolution of hydrogen and oxygen takes place. The reason for this is due to initial passage of current, small amounts of hydrogen and oxygen are liberated at the cathode and anode respectively. These gases are adsorbed on the cathode and anode respectively, and platinum electrodes are converted into active hydrogen and oxygen gas electrodes. So here a cell is formed made up of hydrogen and oxygen gas electrodes. So this cell produces a back EMF which opposes the applied EMF. Below certain voltage, this back EMF, which is formed by the construction of hydrogen and oxygen gas electrodes, nullifies the effect of applied voltage. Continuous electrolysis takes place if the applied voltage is above a certain value called decomposition voltage. For dilute acids and bases, 1.7 volt is the decomposition voltage. So on applying the voltage above 1.7 volt, in that case there will be a continuous electrolysis taking place. So the minimum external voltage that must be applied in order to bring about continuous electrolysis of an electrolyte in an electrolytic cell is called as decomposition voltage. A plot of current versus applied voltage is shown here. By extrapolation of the curves, decomposition voltage is obtained here. We know continuous electrolysis takes place if the applied voltage is slightly more than the decomposition voltage. But in few cases, it is observed that even when the applied voltage reaches the decomposition voltage, the electrolysis will not start, and applied voltage has to exceed the theoretical value by at least 1 volt for the electrolysis to start. So over voltage is defined as the excess voltage that has to be applied above theoretical decomposition voltage to start the electrolysis. The theoretical decomposition voltage can be calculated by knowing the salt being electrolyzed. The over voltage is the difference between the experimental decomposition voltage and theoretical decomposition voltage. For example, the actual theoretical decomposition voltage for electrolysis of water is 1.23 volt, but Electrolysis of water takes place at 1.7 volt. So here extra voltage is applied above theoretical decomposition voltage to start the electrolysis. The over voltage for a given electrode depends on several factors. This include nature and physical state of the electrode, nature of the substance discharged, current density, temperature, and rate of stirring of the electrolyte. Overpotential is mainly due to polarization of electrodes and other side reactions that occur at the electrode surface during electroplating. One of the main side reactions that takes place during electroplating is liberation of hydrogen at the cathode. So in this presentation we have studied what is metal finishing, technological importance of metal finishing, the principles governing metal finishing. Thank you.